What's going on, guys? Cynic here and welcome to another Is It Worth It episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at the wrecked or epic R3K and whether it performs well enough in zombies to be worth the 4,000 salvage. Now if you guys have not seen the wrecked perform in multiplayer, or if you guys have just missed any of the other Is It Worth It episodes, a link to the complete playlist will be located down in the description along with the card in the top right corner, so just go ahead and click on the little eye any time of this video and you'll be taken to see the entire series. So in the multiplayer edition, we compared the wreck to the base R3K while discussing the drawbacks and advantages that came with having the R3K fully automatic. This time around, we're going to do a little bit of throwback and bring back the pros and cons system we had before. Just a little bit of a heads up, we do have some more pros than cons, however, the cons are way more significant. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and kick this off with the pros. On the lower rounds, and by lower rounds I mean 10 and under, having the R3K fully automatic is just amazing. One bullet to the head is an insta-kill, and since it's no longer a burst weapon, you aren't wasting the 2 additional shots you normally would with the base R3K. So in a sense, it is more ammo efficient on the lower rounds, but with the rounds progressing and the zombies slowly becoming more and more resilient, you will start feeling the pressure, but we will get into that a little bit later. This weapon also has little to no recoil. The funny thing with that is though, even though wrecked is fully automatic, I find myself firing this weapon in bursts because it's a very brutal weapon when it comes to headshots. And that recoil just means you're almost dead on every single time. It also makes this weapon pretty easy to handle with bang bangs, which is just fantastic, as bang bangs usually makes every gun a nightmare to try to be precise or even ammo efficient with. So I'll briefly sum up these major pros. There's little to no recoil with this weapon, and even with bang bangs it's still a pretty manageable weapon when it comes to that kick. It's a little more ammo efficient than the base R3K and is extremely brutal with that one-shot headshots on the lower rounds. So earlier I said the wreck slowly starts to feel like it's got a hole in its ammo cache. Well, I didn't actually say that, but that's how it feels. Slowly, as the rounds progress, you will start feeling as there's a hole in your ammo cache, and it just progressively gets bigger and bigger. Then a matter of 1 to 2 rounds, you can be questioning where exactly all of your ammunition went. And it kind of sucks, but gradually as the zombies become more resilient, you will definitely start feeling a sort of powerlessness with the wreck. Actually, I had to constantly switch back and forth between my guns to make this weapon's lifespan last longer. So this definitely was at least a huge drawback for me, as this essentially forced me to pack a punch sooner than I normally would, just to get all of my ammo back. Normally I don't pack a punch until about round 21 or so. I had to pack a punch this at round 15, and mind you, this was still with me constantly switching weapons and trying to make the wreck last until at least the next clown round, which unfortunately the wreck kept on falling a solid round or 2 short of. I also noticed that once pack a punch, it also was taking about 3 to 4 shots to the head to kill zombies around 23, which isn't too bad at all, but again, that ammo for the wreck goes unbelievably fast, making this more of a last resort weapon than your primary in even the early 20s. This weapon actually bears way too much of a resemblance to the Volk in zombies, making it appear like the wreck is a slight upgrade from the Volk, as it has way less recoil due to a slower rate of fire, and the grip comes with the weapon's design. However, the wreck would be more of a prototyped improvement, as they left out ammo efficiency and accessibility since the wreck is not a wall buy. So, you guys may be wondering, can the wreck at least pass for a decent brute killer? This depends on how accurate you are. If you guys can hit that sweet spot on the brute right between the eyes, then it'll take about 5 to 15 shots, taking inaccurate shots into consideration. But for the average player, I would say no, not at all. It's not any better at taking care of the brute than say the Volk or NV4, which are wall buys. So, to briefly sum up the cons for the wreck, it burns through ammo way too fast to be reliable or even a long-lasting weapon, and it's way too close to the Volk performance-wise to be considered a completely different weapon. Zombies-wise, you'll be dropping about Zombies-wise, you will be dropping 4,000 salvage on an improved, quote-unquote, Volk that still burns through ammo like crazy and lacks the accessibility to refill your ammo when needed. In short, guys, the wreck from a zombie's perspective is definitely not worth your hard-earned salvage. There are way better variants than this out there. The Oni Kaiken and Mauler Mammoth are 2 that I can definitely name off the top of my head, that are 2 of the best epics in the game that you will in no way regret, especially as Pack-a-Punch has just been recently fixed in Infinite Warfare. Doubling these 2 epics is worth. Anyways, guys, I think that wraps it up for this video. I know it was very quick, very brief, very to the point, but I just wanted to get this video out to you guys and just cover the main points between the differences between these two weapons. I was doing my own personal research as I felt like Infinity Ward was a little too lazy with how similar these weapons are. But I know some of you guys were kind of curious on how this weapon performed in zombies, so I had to cut some of my own research short. If you guys want a little more of an in-depth video between these two weapons in multiplayer as well as zombies, please let me know. But until next time, guys, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Cynic, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a wonderful day, and see ya.